have a lot to talk about this week. A lot to talk about. And we're going to start off with I like to call it the loser of the week. In some cases like this one. And we're going to start off with Inter Miami, and for obvious reasons too, because what happened with Inter Miami was what shouldn't happen, and how they can learn from moving forward from the rebuild that they're going through, which we shouldn't want to be called a rebuild. We want to be called like a contender. But so far, we are proving that we don't have what it takes to be a contender right this year. Until things change and people start to learn the format of the system, it's not going to change. And there's also not going to change as long as this guy is still our coach. All right, so we'll start off with Inter Miami. They go into Austin, Texas, first time ever. We know Miami has never faced an Austin team before, so this is kind of like the first. And we start off with a score, and this is on national television, ESPN, by the way. So Sebastian Drusi to make it 1-0, and then Julio Gasante to make it 2-0 Austin. Then later on, it was Sebastian Drusi to make it 3-0. Leonardo Capana, number 9, to make it the first score of Inter Miami club in this season. But then that's really all they can really put out, because our defense was just nowhere to be found. Our left wings and our right wings was just absolutely nowhere. Ethan Finlay to seal the game pretty much. So that's what's going on. I also like to point out that this game, the referee decisions for not giving the Austin player a not yellow card from the foul and the free kick, that should have been the case. So the referee made some questionable decisions in this game, but regardless, we still lost this game, and our defense was not there. It was just not there. Our next match is this Saturday against LAFC, a huge game. So we got to man up and then do this. Next is the Miami Heat. So the Miami Heat. I'm going to start off with Miami Heat, and it gets good too, and it gets very good, because these are the points that we wanted to talk about, and then to maybe go into a little bit of a mini fit right here. So February 28th, we played against Chicago Bulls. I already made a vlog about it. If you haven't seen that already, you should go watch it. So you can. So if you want to talk about the Chicago Bulls game, this was a good game to watch. If you're a Miami Heat fan, it was the battle of first place and second place. So Miami won that game, and we remained first place. As far as the detail, I don't think I need to explain much of what happened in this game. I already filmed the vlog. You could go check it out if you need to know. So yeah, this game, good game. That's all I'll say. However, Wednesday, we should have won. We should have won this game. It was 119 to 120. It should have been 119 to 118. Or 121 to 118. But referee decisions came into a huge factor in this game. Oh, God. Must I really explain what happened? So, we got called for a block, even though they charged against us. Giannis Antetokounmpo hand slapped Jimmy Butler in the face as Jimmy Butler's trying to make the contact to make a shot. They didn't call it. They said it was an incidental contact, which you're going to defend Giannis anyway. It's only a matter of who it's against and what kind of play it is. But regardless, he gets the benefit of the no call. It should have been the call, regardless if it was incidental or not. The guy hit him in the face. It's not incidental. It shouldn't be. And I don't care if it's incidental. Bottom line is, call a foul. That's always been the case. It's always been the case on us. It's always been the case on other teams. Not this one. And the guy telling me that it's a fair call, which is bullshit. It is an absolute disgrace of a comment that I got on Twitter. And I bet you this. If that situation happened to them, That he would be complaining as well as I'm complaining right now. He wouldn't be talking. They wouldn't be talking. We would have a different conversations, and I would have had a fair conversation. But no, we're in this scenario. The anti-heat agenda is so real, so blatant and obvious that it has to be said. From me, I don't take shit. I want, bottom line here, call a freaking game fairly, have the balance of nature in these games, and don't call bullshit because that was bullshit. And we lost, and part of that is how we lost the game. Another way how we lost the game is we had 6 minutes, we were leading by 14, and our defense was nowhere to be found. So there was nothing. Tyler Hero passing it right to the other team, and Drew Holiday had to, it came out of nowhere and then make that layup to seal the game for Milwaukee Bucks. PJ Tucker was 7 points. Jimmy Butler had nothing. 6 points from the first quarter, man, mind you. Jimmy Butler had 0 the rest of the game. Bam Adebayo with 18 points. Gabe Vincent, 21 points. And Duncan Robinson, 15 points. Tyler Hero with a good 30 points. But then again, he cost us the game anyway. So it also didn't help that we had a game a day later. However, returning Kevin Durant didn't matter. Somehow, some way, the Heat woke up from that loss and beat Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn, New York. Amir Yurtseven, 2 points. Bam Adebayo, 30 points. Thank you, Bam Adebayo. He has a double-double with 11 rebounds. Gabe Vincent, 5 points. Duncan Robinson with nothing. And Max Strus with 21 points. Tyler Hero with 27 points. And Caleb Martin with 22 points. Jimmy Butler and PJ Tucker was not playing this game because of a little irritation in the injury, as well as Victor Oladipo, who is returning tomorrow on this day of the recording. So, yeah, so that was it for that game. It was a close game. Kevin Durant returned, and by the way, Kevin Durant had 31 points on his return after 21 game miss in a row. So, on the Brooklyn side as well, Bruce Brown also scored 21 points. So those two are really carrying the team for Brooklyn. Then on a Saturday, we played Philadelphia, and on the fourth quarter, we completely came and abolished Philadelphia. Thank you, Tyler Hero. PJ Tucker with 2 points only. Jimmy Butler with 21 points. Bam Adebayo with 6 points. Gabe Vincent with 16 points. Duncan Robinson with 6 points. As well as the rest of the bench. Almost all of them were available, except for Haslam. 14 points, Caleb Martin, and Tyler Hero with 21 points. Max Strus with 9 points as well. He came in clutch with those 3-pointers. And I'm going a little bit detailed this game because I actually went to this game. I didn't upload it yet. It's going to be uploaded on Wednesday. It's going to be uploaded on Wednesday if I can get my head into it. But yeah, that happened. And our defense was so good that we held Joel Embiid, I'm going to call him Joel Embiid, down to 22 points only with 15 rebounds. So he was the carrier of the rebounds of that team. Yeah, we locked down Philadelphia very good. It's been a good game for us, and rightfully so. We earned this. And that's where it stands currently. And my iPad decides to freeze. There we go. As where it stands right now, we are 3 games ahead of Milwaukee and Philadelphia, as well as 3.5 games ahead of Chicago of first place. We are currently 43-22 on this time of the recording, which is March 6, 2022, 10:28 p.m. Yes, so Miami Heat's looking very sharp. Very, very sharp, but they're not the winners of the week. Neither is the Florida Panthers, in which who we're going to be talking about next. Next is the Florida Panthers, who actually I don't need to do much more talking of Florida Panthers because I did upload a vlog against Ottawa Senators, and which the score is 3-0 with Mason Marchman, Patrick Hornquist, and Ryan Lundberg. I don't need to explain much of what happened in this game. If you want to go check it out, please go. Because it's been a very heated game. And it's Star Wars night. And I know this because I was there. Go check out the vlog. I don't need to explain much here. I don't want to spoil it for y'all. This game is ESPN plus Hockey Night, so national television pretty much. And boy, we came to play. This was the Panthers that we knew and loved this season. Mason Marchman, who was red hot, 1-0. Robbie Fabry to equalize for Detroit, which who were playing Detroit Red Wings. Anthony Duclair to make a power play goal. Anton Lundell to make it 1-3. And I did not watch this game, so I'm just recapping the score thing. So I apologize, Panthers fans. I did not watch this game, mostly because I was ground hopping that same day to rugby game and the Heat game. Sam Bennett to make it 1-4. Lucas Carlson, the guy who did the save of the year weeks ago against Carolina, he got a score 1-5. And Anton Lundell with a second goal of the game to make it 1-6. And Tyler Bertuzzi to make it 2-6. We want chance again. We want 10 chance again. And it came back when we were good again. Unfortunately, because of that recent losing streak we had before a game against Ottawa, the Tampa Bay Lightning is now in first place in the Atlantic Division. So this week, we got against Buffalo, which is good or bad. Buffalo fans will be rolling up. And we got a huge game against Pittsburgh on Tuesday. So a back-to-back game. We go to Buffalo, then we go down south and go west towards Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, for the Lightning, this week they're playing against the Flames. So there's going to be a tough road trip for Tampa Bay Lightning. So let's see what happens. And we got a few day rest, and then we don't play until Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. We go back to California. We play against Los Angeles. And Tampa Bay Lightning is playing against a very favorable game for them is the Vancouver Canucks. So, yeah, so with that game, we also with our games as well, we got to keep an eye on the Tampa Bay Lightning as well because we want to be back into first place. Colorado, the game I attended months ago, they're red hot. They're the Stanley Cup contenders that we predicted. A slow start, but now they're 85 points. So, if we made the Stanley Cup, they might be the team we might play against. But who knows? They might win a President's Trophy and then have a curse at the end where they don't make it to Stanley Cup in the same year. But who knows? And finally, the winner of the week, and I'm going to say this with certainty, it's not just one team, it's not just two teams, it's probably three teams. It's the whole campus, Miami Hurricanes, and here's why. I want to first talk about the men's. So, let's start with the men's real quick, because they have made it to the ACC tournament with wins against Boston College and a win against Syracuse. So, that is pretty... And then with those wins, we are in the New York Life ACC tournament, and our opponent is against, I believe... I'm not sure. I think it says it's TBD. So, yeah, TBD on Thursday, March 10th. So we don't know yet. We don't know yet. For the women's side, woo, they've been cracking a lot of upsets. The women's division of basketball, because if they would have had my gratitude if they won the whole ACC tournament. But I commend them for trying so hard. They beat Clemson, which is not a big deal. But the game that is a big deal is against Duke. That's ACC tournament, second round. That's Duke Blue Devils, 61-55. Then on Friday, a pull stun over number 4 Louisville Cardinals in Louisville. Actually, I don't think it's in Louisville. I think it was in Greensboro. Yeah, Greensboro Coliseum. They beat them 61-59 on a buzz beater 3-pointer or 2-pointer. It's one of those two. But regardless, it's a buzz beater. They beat Louisville, a stunning upset win in that scenario. And it gets even better because they beat Notre Dame in the semifinal. And they move on to ACC tournament final, which unfortunately they lost to NC State Wolfpack in Greensboro. Miami Hurricanes women's team. Oh wow! I criticized some of the games that they played, but this won my heart. First time ever in the program history, I believe, from my knowledge, that they made it that far in the ACC tournament. They made it that far into that tournament. If they would have won that game, we would have moved on to the March Madness. But this is a good season, even though we were unranked. Miami Hurricanes women's team. I'm so proud. I'm so really, really, really proud. And the fact that they made it that far really brings up hope and joy for the Miami community, as well as a potential NBA Finals appearance, a potential Stanley Cup appearance, and hopefully, maybe, if it's a stretch, a College World Series. Which, by the way, for the Hurricanes, for the baseball team, we have won some games. Unfortunately, we did lose some games, and from my knowledge, both of them were against the Florida Gators, which I did attend one of them. You have to wait and see. But my point here is we are capable of winning. We have to put the pieces together, and we can solve this little crisis of the drought that we're currently going through. It's going to take time, but it will happen. Baseball news, speaking of the College World Series, CBA, MLBPA, and MLB were still trying to propose new deals, but the luxury tax and the payrolls are just keep climbing, and as a result, the deadline passed February 28th, and still no deal could be done. There was a hope. They agreed on the new playoff format, which, to be honest, I'm all for it. I'm all for the playoff format to be changed up a little bit to 6 teams, or I think it was 8 teams. I could be wrong, but it was one of those two. So 12 teams or 14 teams will make it to the playoffs from one side of the AL or the NL. To give more opportunity and more revenue. That part I'm all for. What I'm not for is those luxury tax that people, those small owners. It's really, you could blame Rob Manfred, even though he's a terrible commissioner. Oh gosh! And before I even back him up with this, I gotta give out the negatives first. This guy is so bad. He's definitely worse than Roger Goodell in the NFL. He's just so bad. So with this guy, right, nothing goes their way, he'll cancel games, and that's what ended up happening. That's the breaking news. Two series for the Miami Marlins as well as the rest of the league. 2 series the beginning in April has been canceled, which means we don't get to play against the Atlanta Braves. We don't get to play against the team. I didn't really look at the schedule, but we don't. Baseball does not start on time, folks. And you know what he did? He just walked away and laughed like it's funny. This guy is such a joke. I pretty much went on Instagram and I just said, "Fuck you, Rob Manfred. You are a piece of crap. You are a piece of garbage. You are a terrible commissioner." And I'm going to say this too. I'm not just exaggerating. I am personally giving out a heat message to him. You are a terrible commissioner. You don't deserve to be here. You are a disgrace of baseball. And the league, one of the leagues down in, I forgot which one it was, but one of the minor league systems decides to ban your ass from going to their games because you are a terrible commissioner. We deserve better and better treatment. You don't know. You clearly don't know baseball, and you don't know how this format works. You are terrible. Go find a job somewhere else because we don't want you here. And as a matter of fact, we don't want you here to begin with because you have already ruined a sport that was once a great sport. You want to attract the young guys, good, but don't make it obvious where it's gonna turn away people. As far as tanking is concerned, I personally don't like tanking, but If the strategy works, it works for a long time, unfortunately. So, small market scene. It's also the fault of the small market owners too. Like the Angels, which is not even small. It's a big market. Diamondbacks is a small market. Detroit is not that big of a small market. And I think there was one more. Cincinnati. They rejected the tax luxury, but the other teams did accept it, like the Marlins did. That is the breaking news. That's all I have so far. If I know something, you'll be the first to know on the Miami Sports Recap of the week. That would be the number one opening of that episode. If the CBA and MLBPA have finally agreed to something. But all I know now is we are missing Major League Baseball games. College baseball is not affected by it, and more importantly, minor league baseball is not affected by it. So that's a good news, right? But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Episode 9 done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, because Miami TVG has your back, and what we do, we're right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. Miami TVG signing up, folks. Good night, everybody.